Hello everyone and Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noël. Today is the 24th of December and I want to show you my first sampler from the challenge of which is called Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and I really enjoy doing it. So we had to do a first sampler, and Sarah and Rachel, they have videos about those first stitches, so I really enjoy doing those first stitches. So we have the running stitch here and the whipped running stitch. Some of those stitches I really enjoy more than others. For example, this one, the seed stitch, I enjoy doing it, but I found that it was really long to make. There's a lot of space to fill, but it was fun. For a weird reason, this one is called the stem stitch, and I really enjoy doing it. So I did it in a cotton. It's a matte cotton here. If you watch my previous video, you can see that I don't have a lot of thread and supplies, so I did this with the thing I had, which is mostly cotton from the dollar store, and it's matte, and I really enjoy doing the stem stitch. I did it with a little piece of wool that I had here, and for a reason I did the stem stitch with this is actually my thread. I'm going to show you because a long time ago I did some spinning. So I spin wool, and I love spinning wool. So I tried it with my thread that I did a long time ago, and for a reason I didn't enjoy it with the wool, with the one ply wool that I had. I don't know why. That's maybe because I had to maybe try to control it more. Anyway, so we have cross stitch here, and we can make the cross stitch as a plus or just a cross. This, I can't remember now the name, but it's an elongated cross stitch, and it has another name. So this is the seed stitch. There's also here the French knot, and also French knot, and here this one is colonial knot. At the beginning I didn't do it right, so I think those 3 or 4 ones, they look a bit weird. Oh, those 5 ones actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. But after I kind of got, so they're more regular after, because I got the technique. This is whipped, but oh, I think this is the back stitch that I whipped. So here is the back stitch and back stitch, and I decided to whip it here. And there's another, yes, this one I didn't say what it is. This one is a split stitch. I love it, but I find it not easy to do, because your stitch they have to be small and very regular, and I kind of made some mistakes here and there, so that's it. The French stitches is really fun to do, but I find they're not really, sometimes they don't look the same. And here I made 2 running stitch, 2 lines of running stitch, and I whipped it, and I think that's a cool effect. And I turned on the camera because I wanted to show you. I was doing the cross stitch with a little cross stitch inside, like a plus. I'm gonna try to show you closely. I have to click here. We are in focus. So I started doing this with a thread that is not matte. It's a shiny thread that I found in a thrift store. I'm going to show you after. And I did a little plus a little cross stitch inside, and I think it's so adorable and cute, so I wanted to turn on the camera to show you. There's one more stitch that I need to do to finish the first sampler. It's called the pistil stitch. So I have to finish this row with the little plus inside, and I'll do the pistil stitch, and I will show you the result of the finished first sampler. But I want to show you also what I found at the thrift store the other day, because I need to have a little bit more supply because I don't have a lot. I found this at the thrift store. It's the Salvation Army, and it's full of thread. They were selling it 25 cents per bobbin and $10 for the full box. So I took the full box because my gosh, those colors are just so beautiful. So I think I used this one, the deep green for the cross, and in the middle I chose one of those, a dusty rose, an old rose, and I love it. I love the shine of the thread and the slip. It's so agreeable to stitch with this thread, so happy about this. I also found a full bag of buttons and one doily that I thought it will be really fun to use for the project, like, because I've seen people cutting pieces and sewing, and I think it's really adorable. And this doily, it's so thin, and it looks like it's made out of thread, like sewing thread. So thin, like almost tatting, and just a piece of fabric because I like this color. I think I can also do something with it. And I found something that I didn't see before, and you probably know what it is or what the name is, and if you know, you can tell me on the comment, because I don't know the name. It's a box for your needles, and I'm not sure how to use this. Maybe you just poke the needles in it. And this thing is magnet, so I won't lose my needles. It's pretty cool. So I never saw this before. I think this is for when you have a thread on your needle and maybe you poke it like this. I don't know. So I thought that was really cool, and also that was really affordable. So I'm happy. I'm gonna use this. And so I'm gonna finish this row and do the pistil stitch and show you the result. Here we go. I finished the first sampler. I finished the row of the crosses with the mini cross stitch inside that I really love. I think that's my favorite stitch so far. And I did the stitch, the pistil stitch, which is a French knot but with a tail. For some reason I had difficult to do because, well, it get better after, but I think my technique was wrong because the tail was too long. Even if I tightened the thread when I was doing it, I ended up with a loose tail here, so I had to pull. I had on the back after before doing the next stitch, I just grabbed the thread, so I would put some tension before doing the next one. So, and after, I think I managed to do it properly. This one is, I don't like this one, is a bit loose here, but I have to practice. But I love the effect of the pistil stitch when it's with a variegated color thread. I think it's beautiful. In particular, this one when it's green and it's turning to blue, and this one it's blue turning to dark blue. It's really lovely. I tried something different where I just put the tail up and the knot down. And also I did this one with the little stitch around the knot, and it looks like a lovely flower. I think it's very cute and delicate. So yeah, I like this, but I think my favorite so far is this cross stitch with the cross in the middle. And this, I love the effect. Well, I love them all, but I have some preferences for some stitch. I still have some room here, which I can add I can try something different. I can do something, I don't know yet, but I'll do it later when if I have an idea of maybe combining two thread, or I saw also that you can do two stem stitch together and the effect is lovely apparently, so maybe I'll try this. But I will do the second here the second sampler, because there's other stitches to be done, and I look forward to do that, because I saw on Sarah and Rochelle videos lovely stitches, so I look forward to do the new stitches, and I will show you in the next video. Bye.